Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Lillian coming with another video. Today we are doing what I like to call having a very honest conversation. Okay, the topic at hand is why are teachers quitting? I feel like a lot of people have done videos and think pieces and everything like that on the topic, and because I am a school librarian, I feel like I work in the school system. I am a teacher. I just work in the library, but I got my start being a teacher, and so I have something to say. I have my little nugget of consideration. Okay, so let's just go right into it. First and foremost, I do not understand why people are confused. I don't understand the confusion. I don't understand like why people are really like having to have a panel discussion of all administrators, by the way, on why teachers are quitting. I feel like teachers will gladly explain that. Have you seen Reddit? Woo! Have you seen that? Like, teachers who don't mind letting you know, like, this is the problem. Like, why are we not talking to teachers? Teachers are quitting because how can you teach if the environment in which you are teaching is not conducive? Student behavior has gradually and considerably gotten worse over time. I feel like being a Black teacher, people automatically assume that I am a strong disciplinarian, like a strong teacher. And I definitely did not start off that way. But at the same time, it would be nice to be just a teacher, just to come to work every day and just teach. But instead, having to come to work and put on the whole armor of God, we got to suit up for battle, soldiers for Christ, each and every day. I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. I'm actually a very peaceful person, like very peaceful, minding my own business, teaching the lesson planning, project management, different things of that nature. But then when you go to work every day, you have to be all these different hats, okay? And the worst hat is the disciplinarian. I don't want to have to deal with behavior every single day, okay? I don't want to have to do it. I understand that you have to have strong classroom management, but even with the strong classroom management, the behavior is still like that. And it's just like no student accountability. It's amazing how they say they want student-centered learning, but having the students actually be held accountable for their learning, and that includes a behavior piece, it's totally out of the window, because how can you learn if you acting a fool? And I understand that there are some things where the kids need extra support and guidance, but they need a guidance counselor. A teacher having a classroom size of 35, 40, 50 kids in a room, you cannot expect me to be a counselor for all of those kids all at the same time. It's not gonna work. Like, we just don't have that type of time on our hands. Also, in addition to the time piece, it's a situation where we're not respecting teachers' time. You want me to clock in on time, but you want me to stay after work, and you're not giving me overtime for any of the extra work that you are assigning to me. My philosophy is, if I can't get it done in the 7.5 hours that I'm at work or during my planning time, if I can't get it done, then we're gonna have to prioritize the information, the task that you want me to do. We have to prioritize, and I would get that information to you, or whatever it is that you need, I would get that to you on a rolling deadline basis. I have a very clear and specific system for that. So like the things that you are always talking about, I'm gonna make sure you get that first, because you always talking about it, so it must be like more important. So I'm gonna give that to you first. But the things you talk about and then you never like talk about it again, I'm gonna never like remember to do it until you bring it up again. Like, if you don't bring it up, I'm not gonna worry about it, because you're not worried about it. I don't need to be worried about it. That's how it's done. But I don't take any work home, okay? Because I see the teachers with the little rolling carts. They have like a whole suitcase, that they're bringing to work every day, packing and unpacking like they going out of town, but they really going home to do the work that they were supposed to be getting done at the job. No, I can't do that, because I believe in setting boundaries, clear and specific boundaries, okay, between work and my own life, and working at home does not meet that thing, you know what I mean? Like that's not for me. Can you tell I'm a millennial? But anyway, I'm just not for that. Let's talk about being flexible, okay? And this is an area that I struggle with, okay? Usually when people tell you they want you to be flexible, they don't have any routines, procedures, like they don't have anything together, and so they're asking you to like bend and do all this other stuff, like, but they don't have a plan. They don't have a plan. They don't know what they're doing. They want you to be flexible to cover up the fact that they don't know what they're doing and they don't have a plan, okay? So I don't like that. I like for things to be clear set. I understand that things might change over time, but you would have had to have something to change in order to make changes. People really be out here like asking you to do stuff and they don't even have, like, they haven't thought about logistics. They haven't thought about how this is gonna work, practicality. They haven't thought about nothing. I understand that some people are good at being a jack of all trades, a master of none, but that's not me. I'm a master of that one thing. When we do that with fidelity, we do the same thing over and over and over again. Perfection. That's what I do. All right, I don't do that. Oh, we gonna figure it out. We just gonna wait and see. No. My other thing about, you know, teaching is they seem to think that money will solve all of our problems. Now, if you're living in an area where you're not making a lot of money as a teacher, then yeah, money, having more money, you need you need more money. Like, that's a thing. My issue is it makes no difference for you to give us more money and you're not doing anything to change the organizational problems that we're facing each and every day. Like, you gonna make it more toxic with the money. You know, you gonna make things more annoying with the money. Like, I want the money and I want it to be peaceful each and every day. There's always a new system. There's always a new system, a new curriculum. There's always a new way of doing things. And the thing is, like, I'm all for innovation. Who doesn't love innovation? My thing is, you're buying these curriculum guides and you don't know. You do not know, like, what's on it. It's not state assessment aligned. It's like, it's none of the things. Like, it's kind of very experimental, and you know, I'm all for experiments and research, you know, but not when it comes with dealing with kids learning. Like, you don't know if this stuff is gonna work. You don't know what is gonna happen when you teach these kids this new curriculum. When you get the test though, when the tests come out, oh, we didn't cover any of the things that's gonna be on the test. Oh, we're gonna blame the teachers. No, you're not gonna blame the teachers, because you the one that paid for this curriculum. You paid for the curriculum. That's your fault. Now, I'm not saying we need to teach to the test. However, if you're going to judge how good of a teacher the teacher is by how the kids do on the test, then it would stand to reason that we should use the test, whatever they're going to put on the test, for the kids to learn those standards that they're going to be tested on. Not all these random standards that y'all just kind of put together. I understand we want to build a critical thinking, you know, but y'all not using critical thinking. But the thing is, like, I don't really have to deal with like all of this stuff that I just mentioned, because I'm not in the classroom per se right now. I'm in the school library, so I am a librarian. So all of the things that these are things I used to deal with, okay? Behavior is still a thing, okay, but it's not as frequent as, you know, because I'm on a fixed schedule. I don't have like a fluid schedule where I schedule the classes. I have a fixed schedule where all classes come to the library at a set time on a set day. I only see them once a week, so that is not as bad as seeing the kids every day, all day. I will say that that has gotten better for me by moving into a different role. I'm not gonna lie. At first, when I got my master's, I was trying to get out of the classroom. I didn't want to be a teacher at all. I was trying to figure out, like, what else could I do? You know what I mean? Like, what else? Looking around my campus, like, who is stress-free? And my school librarian at the time was very stress-free. Like, everybody else is running around like, you know, ants just running around, you know? And she was just like, Oh, and so I was like, oh, let me talk to her. Let me see what wisdom can she provide for me. And she was very helpful. And that is how I got, you know, into my program or whatever. And, you know, graduate school, everything has been a breeze. And so I just decided to make my concentration school librarian because I was already a teacher. I already had the skills of being a teacher. It would be more transferable, easier for me to get a job. And there were more jobs, you know, as a school librarian. But I did think about maybe medical librarian or maybe doing a research or law librarian. Like I was thinking about all these different things. However, I don't have the time. Woo! I don't have the time to do a law school degree. For me, I'm trying to figure out like what can I do? Like how can I use my library degree in a different realm outside of the school system? I didn't even know there are a plethora of opportunities that librarians can do, and it's just kind of like I would like to be seen more as a librarian and less as a teacher. Like being an elementary school librarian, I don't feel like I'm all the way valued. I'm an elective, so you know, I exist because teachers need to take their planning time or they need to have a meeting during teachers' planning time, so they put the kids with me. I can't collaborate with teachers for lessons because, like, when do we have time to do that? I feel like I'm a daycare. Like, I don't want to do that. I want to actually use the master's degree. I want to actually use it. I feel like I'm using it, but more so as a teacher, you know, which is great. Teaching is great, but it's just like I want to do more information science vibes. Like that's what I want to do, you know. And it's sad to say because I really do enjoy, like I enjoy working with the kids, getting them together. Like I love working with the kids, but it's just kind of like if we're not going to fix education, like if we're not going to fix the problem, then we're not going to have teachers. And we need not be confused as to why teachers are leaving a broken system. My voice is going out. I gotta go, y'all. I gotta go. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you need me to make a part 2, part 3 for somebody that need additional, you know, support, small group instruction, let me know. I can do that. I can facilitate that for you. Go ahead, like, comment, and subscribe to the YouTube channel. Don't forget to hit the notification bell so you won't miss out on any future uploads. Bye.